Hi, I'm Bill Westerbeek and welcome to ElderTipZone's May 2021 monthly report. So there's been a lot of activity as it relates to coronavirus and masks in the last month. First, the CDC put out new guidelines. Then Michigan changed their guidelines in reaction to the CDC guidelines. So then, where are we with masks? Do I still need a mask? We'll talk about that, and it begins now.
On May 13th, 2021, the CDC updated their recommendations. For outside gatherings, no mask. For inside, fully vaccinated individuals, no mask, but you have to watch the local rules. For unvaccinated individuals, you still have to wear a mask. The CDC's definition of fully vaccinated would be 2 weeks after the second dose of Pfizer or Moderna and 2 weeks after the Johnson & Johnson single dose. For domestic travel, fully vaccinated individuals do not have to do any testing and they do not have to quarantine, but you do need to wear masks during transport, during travel, and that's the same for all of these situations, so I'm not going to repeat that. For people who have not been vaccinated, they need to do a viral test 1 to 3 days before and a viral test 3 to 5 days after, and spend 7 days in quarantine or 10 days if you skip the test. And that 7 days in quarantine is even if you get a negative result. Now let's go to international. First, leaving the United States, fully vaccinated individuals, the testing and quarantine depends on the destination. Individuals who have not been fully vaccinated, there's a viral test 1 to 3 days before, and quarantine depends on the destination. Then coming back to the United States or traveling to the United States from another destination, you need to have a viral test less than 72 hours before boarding, and there's no quarantine unless you're positive. For people who have not been vaccinated, you still have to have that test before boarding, and there's a viral test 3 to 5 days after, and 7 days in quarantine or 10 days if you skip the test. And the same thing for domestic. If you test negative, you still have to do the 7 days in quarantine. Now, as for Michigan, we had a face mask and gatherings order dated June 1st, 2021. That discussed when you need to have a mask. It went through contact tracing and rules for establishments, but that has recently been rescinded effective June 22nd, 2021. So we're not going to discuss that in detail. Couple other things to note. As of today, the Canadian border for the most part remains closed. And also, if you're traveling, keep in mind the CDC recommendations that we mentioned earlier are still in effect, especially as they relate to domestic and international traveling.
And that's it for the May report. We'll see you in June.